Jung Kook and his song 7 have captured everyone's attention all over the world. 177 million views under the music video, included into top hit playlist on Spotify, rated number 1 on Billboard in July, and currently the song version exists in 56 different mixes. In this video, I will do both an astrology and numerology reading of Jung Kooks Birth Chart. More specifically, look at the transits on the 14th of July. Simply saying, analyze what was going on up above our heads in the cosmos on this day that made it so special for Jung Kook and his career. Want to thank you in advance for watching this video, and I truly hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to give a thumbs up for energy balance and subscribe for more readings like this. Before we get deep into astrological analysis of the transits, I want to quickly analyze his numerology chart, where you can see the overall Jung Kooks archetype numbers, or in other words, energies of the year. When I mean energies of the year, I don't mean the year starting from 2023, but I mean his personal year that starts from his birthday until the next birthday, in this case from 1st September 2022 until 1st September 2023. I believe it is important to look at this first, as the 3 energies of the year show what would happen during the year, what lessons he would have to undergo, what year would bring him, and the outcome of the year he receives just before entering his next personal year. If you're only interested in the astrological transits on the 14th July, the day of the song release, then you can skip this part, but trust me, you will miss out on something that will blow your mind on how accurate this numerology chart shows his crazy career growth this year. As he was born in Korea, and his Korean age right now is 26, and for this whole year that we're going to be looking the energies for was 26 years old, I looked at the energy years of this age and not the age 25. This year, dominant energy, or in other words, archetype number, was 15, the number of the devil himself. As they say, the devil doesn't come dressed in a red cape and pointy horns. He comes as everything you've ever wished for. And this is such accurate explanation through a quote of what the devil archetype represents in a yearly numerology reading, as it brings great opportunities, money, and events into the life of a person. In our case, it's Jung Kook. This year required him to take big risks, as they would be the ones that would bring him the desired. It was important to get to know the devil and one's own shadow as well. Jung Kook's year so far has definitely been exactly that, as it was this year when he released song 7. It was risky, as it was his first solo debut song, at least that is what he referred it to in one of the interviews, with moreover explicit language, the language of the devil himself.
explicit 버전인데 그냥 솔직한 거잖아. 사람마다 또 느끼는 게 다른가? 그치, 다르겠지? 뭐 그렇게 느껴졌다면은 뭐 어쩔 수 없지만.
We've also got to know more of the naughty side of Jung Kook, his shadow on his weather slides, which I could not add in this video. And I can't mention the FIFA song that was the first time he sang alone on a ginormous stage, solo, and not as part of BTS in Qatar, which for a second isn't even his home country. He did mention how stressful it was and the obstacles he had to go through with choreography a week before the FIFA event. So yeah, the devil did definitely keep him on his toes and put through many risks and stress, but the devil paid him all off with 7 becoming the song of this summer, which everyone will remember. I can't not speak about the dark side of the 15th archetype. I mean, it is the devil. With great opportunities brought by the devil come lots of temptations, like a lot, such as envy, greed, and pride. Him towards others or others towards him, but I guess it's something that gets hidden from our eyes, so we can never know for sure about if that was or is present right now.
나 생각보다 좀 잘한다. 죄송합니다.
Talking about the lesson archetype he had to go through this year, it ties up to the music events mentioned earlier, as the lesson energy goes under the number 21. 21 is the archetype of the world, globality, global projects, and expansion, meaning he had to get out of his comfort zone and build his career abroad and globally, which he did.
작업을 하게 된 거야, 이거. 미국 가지 않았나, 그때?
네, 미국 가서 작업을 했죠.
In some of the interviews, he mentioned that he worked on his song 7 in America, and it was definitely hard for him as he didn't really know the language that well and still doesn't. Disregards all of that, he definitely achieved 21st and 15th archetype energies, making himself world famous. Finally, the outcome and let's say bonus of the year for all of his hard work, he entered and probably is currently in this energy right now. 9th archetype, the number of the hermit. In other words, the number of harmony, ability to self-reflect, opening himself up to new sides that were unknown, studying the new self and what else he is capable of more thoroughly. Okay, so now let's take a look at his astrological chart, more specifically at the transits, where the planets and nodes were on the 14th of July when his world-loved debut song 7 was released. There are still controversies going on in regards to his time of birth, whether it's 3:23 a.m. or 15:23, or in other words 3:23 p.m. And after thorough personal rectification analysis, as well as taking a look at where the stars were on the release of his song, which I will discuss later in this video and you will see what I'm talking about, I strongly believe that he was born in the morning 3:23 a.m. Furthermore, this time can be found in the official databanks such as AstroSeek and Astro.com, and they always contain only true timings. In this video, I won't explain how I figured timing out, as the main focus of this video is Jung Kook and his solo debut song, though for those interested, I found a YouTube video of a colleague of mine which has actually done a rectification analysis in great details, which I do agree with, and I will add a link at the bottom of this video for you to take a look at. Now, let's get into the reading itself. First and foremost, I cannot not mention that the song was released 8 days before Venus went retrograde. Usually retrograde starts to affect us a week in advance, so his agency and himself were just right with the timings, or whoever that was who picked the date. Retrograde usually brings obstacles, and hence if he was to release the song a couple of days later, or actually a day later, astrologically speaking, there could be issues, or the song wouldn't become so popular or go viral, and etc. Okay, so now if we take a look at the North Node, which represents the direction of our soul's mission, where your destiny energies is placed in, and so on the 14th, it was placed in Jung Kooks' 10th house, the house of our career, social status, reputation, and authority, with 1 degree in Taurus, which is a sign of arts and finances. And on the left from the North Node, Jupiter present as well, which is a planet of abundance, fortune, luck, meaning altogether that the release of the song on this day would 100% bring him rapid growth in his career. And it did. Growth as an artist and social status globally, built stable and defined ground for his soul's material mission and reputation, as Taurus is a fixed sign. Now, Jupiter transit being in opposition to Mars gives a tendency to maximize everything to extreme. This transit gives a lot of ambition and energy, which indeed had, bringing the song into the top charts. Nevertheless, considering that Mars, planet of action, is placed in Scorpio, a very emotional sign, it does warn to be careful not to overdo the efforts put in, as they would become such large scale that could be too hard to bear with physically and turn out overwhelming. Such rapid popularity growth did indeed affect him. In his recent lives, he did mention that he got sick or caught a cold due to overworking and performing a lot, so I guess the transit had quite the effect. Hopefully, he does feel much better now though. I also want to mention his financial growth that this day has brought him. It's an obvious one, but still, considering that Uranus, planet ruled by Aquarius zodiac sign, is placed just about in the 10th house as a transit, and his birth chart's 8th house, the house of power, transformation, and other people's resources, i.e. money, begins in Aquarius. So yeah, the release of the song brought him and his agency a lot of money, as well as powerful inner metamorphosis of his character, both as an artist and a person. Very fortunate and lucky day indeed.
저도 모니터링을 하니까 근데 좀 인정을 받은 느낌이라서 되게 자신감이 많이 붙었고 하면 되는구나라는 거 좀 느꼈던 것 같습니다.
If we look closer into the 8th house, you will find Neptune transiting, planet ruled by Pisces zodiac sign, and its ruler sign in the 28th degree in positive aspect, with Neptune in his original chart, placed in the 6th house. Okay, now, so that probably all sounded like gibberish, so let me just simply say this. Such aspect usually strengthens the planet Neptune, the planet of the divine, spirituality, music, and dance, meaning that on this day, his connection with the universe, as well as his voice and movements of his dance, consisted this mesmerizing magnetic power. The music and visual image of him were more captivating than usual, to some sense even hypnotizing, as Neptune is also a planet of our subconscious. So the stronger channel with the divine on this day as well brought him additional fortune, which was given as a gift for all the hard work he has done over the past years. This is to sum up this interesting transit that he had going on over there. Further, on Lilith, transiting the 1st house in Leo gives a person the strength and desire to realize what the black moon, Lilith, that's the second name, is responsible for in the natal chart. And that is indeed the need to give birth to one's vices, repressed desires, and long-standing psychological complexes. Okay, so before I say anything else, let's not have any hate and just understand that we're all people and this is just a chart. So yeah, no hate, thank you. But the fact that Lilith is in Leo, it could be his want for fame, popularity, and debut as a solo artist on stage. So probably something like a desire to finally become a solo artist. Anyways, back to Lilith. So if in recent months a person was carrying a so-called secret plan, went discreet and was silent on his intentions, that is what Lilith in the 12th house does to us, while it is in the house of solitude, loneliness, self-reflection, and spirituality. And as I understand from one of the interviews, he was actually on a break in America before the song release, which again confirms that this is his natal chart indeed. But anyways, when Lilith finally enters the 1st house, the carrier of the birth chart finally gets the strength to implement what he has been keeping in himself, probably while on the break in the US, which was preparing himself to the song release.
그러니까
들었을 때 이건 해야 된다.
아 무조건 해야지.
만약에 세븐이라는 곡이 없었잖아요. 그럼 저는 아직까지도 쉬고 있을 수도 있어요. 나는 쉬는 게 그렇게 좋았어요. 진짜로.
나는 쉬면 너무 힘들던데.
와, 난 그거 쉬는 거에 맛들려가지고 그걸 만끽하고 있다가 얘가 포문을 연 거지. 이렇게 다.
Finally, last but not least, Venus, the feminine planet of abundance, transiting the 1st house whilst conjuncting the moon of his original birth chart. It first off gives Jung Kook additional attractiveness and charisma, as the 1st house is the house of identity and Venus is the planet of beauty. And secondly, such aspect is beneficial for creative people and artists to use while it's there, as this transit positively affects self-presentation as well as increases the presentation of their art, in this case Jung Kooks' song. It is crazy how accurate these transits are and how intuitive the choice of the day of the release was. Jung Kook actually does have strong connection with the divine, which comes from his past lives, but this information is for another video.
인생을 살아오면서 제 감을 좀 많이 믿는 편인데 이번에 세븐을 들었을 때도 그냥 뭔가 오는 게 있었어요. 그냥 느껴지는 게 있었고 그래서 이거는 무조건 해야 된다라고 생각을 했었고 그래서 앞으로도 그러지 않을까 그냥 좀 제 감 믿고 한번 그냥 해보려고요. 네.
I will definitely do a separate reading of his full numerology and astrology chart. And again, thank you for watching this video and I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and definitely subscribe for more videos like this. Much love, yours, Cosmic Priestess.